Hello guys, hello. I'm here, Heart of Guaranty, and it's our normal Sunday live where I'm here for you to answer all your questions. How are you today? Summer started. I see I'm talking to our clients. They really enjoy now summer being in Canada because most of the time it's very different weather as well as in Ukraine. Yeah, if you ask Ukrainian people what their favorite um, season, uh, most will tell you summer. Yeah, it's kind of short, but sweet. But those who like skiing, because Ukraine have so many different things to do in summer as well as in the winter. So who's there? Say hi. If you can see me, good, hear me. Okay, and I hope, yeah, last Sunday I wasn't able to do this live stream. I hope this Sunday people will join. So I still care about you joining, writing me. Yeah, I will share a little bit about. I still get a lot of messages and like from guys, how it's possible, how's like dating now working, while other guys question, things. Other guys just just do it. Um, a lot of guys now I see, who was following us for like 2 years now switch into active mode, you know, hello, register with us and, making steps towards being introduced to Ukrainian ladies and planning on coming to meet them in Europe. And they ask, why now you follow us for 2 years? They say, oh, now because, it's much more easier to, and organically you have possibility to bring your lady to USA by this program, and it's limited number of people, Ukrainian people, so they don't want to miss this opportunity. Before was guys, build this relationship in distance. Good morning. Yes, Xena, please. Xeno, yeah, sorry if I make a mistake in your name. Please ask. Yeah, I'm here to answer your questions, guys. I just do a little bit of talking while I'm waiting for your questions. So yeah, it's amazing how now countries' borders open for Ukrainian people all over. Australian Australia canceled all the fees. Before it was $10,000 for just application, and then it's not necessary you will be approved. And we have one couple who they was introduced to each other in January, and when war happened, he flew immediately to Poland where they meet, and now they already together in Australia, and I see how it was before difficult and how much it's it's like for international couples marriages, it's now like green line, red carpet. I'm great. Thank you. I mean, part of me, of course, my heart with Ukrainian people, with Ukraine, and everything that is going on there cannot make me happy. By the way, we continue to do these donation things. Hello, and before like countries more open. I mean, before with this food, yeah, that we supply to Ukrainian people. Before was the Slovenian charity organization that was give us their food, and we just basically we needed to collect money just for logistics to be able to ship it in territory of Ukraine. And now this company stopped. They out of they cannot continue. They're out of finance. So now our team, they agreed to buy in Metro Cash and Carry with a good discount by pallet norm, food. But then in Ukraine now oil and petrol goes 2 times, from normal price, even more. It's crazy. And so all the logistics also become like 2-3 times more than before. And now we have also to collect money to buy this food and then to delivery. So it's like become much less help, but still because of increase on logistics price in Ukraine now, food and everything. I talk to my, a lot of my friends who live there now, and they say, listen, like one girl said, she's now in Greece. She say all prices like much higher than in Ukraine, but I expect that soon in Ukraine will be priced like in Greece, because of logistics and all of that, very hard to deliver, so very limited supply, and yeah, that's what's going on there. Okay, let's talk about dating. So guys, I just mentioned this donation topic. If your heart, if you want to support, please, all the dollars I spend, I have checks, everything. It's a team that like proven, that works together, and they found out solution how to deliver it now. So if you feel, we will include, if you want to help, please, we'll include the link in the comments below, so feel free to do that. Nothing changed, the war was, it's already like more than 3 months, and you can like think that people start to adjust to this, and it's scary part, like it's normal, but it's not normal. It's just the same scary as it was in first days, in the first several days when it started. Paying the petrol price, that's even expensive for Norwegians. Yes, that's true. Now it's like it's very hard with logistics things. That's why it's become very expensive. Is it possible to come to Kiev? Yes, it's possible, but we don't recommend this. We actually have one client who is going to come to meet his lady in Kiev, but it's too early. The war didn't finish, and we don't know for how long it will be. But most of our ladies, if you talk about our ladies, they live now in Europe. They went out, so better at least if you want to go to Ukraine, better if you want to see a lady, to schedule appointment somewhere in the west of Ukraine, at least Lviv or somewhere. Like my brother now, he met his wife in Lviv. They was there for 1 week, dating, because they was miss each other. So she come from Germany to see him, and so it's like more safe there. Thank you, Manabu. Thank you. Yeah, so lot support from from whole the world now. Oh, it's my words. It was not safe. I would suggest trying to meet you somewhere else in Europe. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, the guy next door. I would agree completely. Until embassy will, officially, even embassy now working, so people start to come back. But I just talked to godfather of our daughter, and he say, or we like sitting and having celebration. We miss you. Are you going to come back? I said, listen, but it's like, he say, I know they was all time in the Kiev region in a village, and they live like, they didn't hear sirens, all these things, and it was like kind of normal life, but very very limited to a village of 500 people. And then now they come back to Kiev, and they say, first time when we start to hear the sirens all time, it was like, very freaking out. But now she said we like adjust. Nobody goes to anymore down to just trying to be not close to windows, but that's all, but that's the problem. People start, but they say we send our children to grandmother because we don't want them to perceive the sirens and live with them like it's normal. I, I would even wait a bit longer after the war was over, because they have a lot of cleaning up to do beside the Russian side of fence. It's very unpredictable. Yes, it's true. Even like after Second World War, for so many years, we still was finding some mines, some stuff from that war, and I don't know for how long, it will be, until it will be really safe to walk anywhere you want, I mean, in the territories where it was not like really active war, it will be more safe, but yeah, it was doing from both sides, from Ukrainian soldiers to, army to protect country, and the Russian to destroy it. So like, I mean, there is really, it's a good point. Yeah. My brother say that he's crazy about fishing and all this stuff, and he liked to go to some wild places. He said, or I don't know when, after war, when it's where it will be, when it will finish, and if it will be the case, that I can be so free like before, go to some bush, and discover it with fishing and something like this. Let's Andrew, you wrote, yeah. TV perceives Ukrainian men to be top-notch men. So why would Ukrainian women not find a husband in Ukraine? I'm just curious if Ukrainian men have the same type attitude as Russian men. Ukrainian women finds a lot of Ukrainian women, they want to marry, 93% of Ukrainian women, they want to marry only Ukrainian husband. Yeah, Ukrainian man. As I said before, there is only 7% of Ukrainian women who open to marry foreigner. It's not big, it's not big percent, which is normal, We much easier to build relationship when these ladies who ready to open, who consider, marry a foreigner, it's very different mindset, more open-minded. And I wouldn't compare, Ukrainian men to Russian men. Yes, it's a Slavic man with the same, maybe, values, traditions, traditionalism in the family. But I just, the war shows me the part of, Ukrainian man that, it's insane. I cannot imagine Ukrainian men, even if they will attack, would go for war to another country, they can behavior like they've done, raping women and then proposing her to get married. What is that? So I don't know really Russian men. That's why I would prefer to not to talk about this, not to compare them. From what I saw, it's really scary for me. I don't know what's going on in Russia, honestly. Looks like values, people's values, just lost there, somewhere at some point, was lost there. So Ukrainian, there is a lot of single Ukrainian women. That's the case. It's true. Why is that? Because simply there is more women than a man. Like in China, it's opposite. There is more men, much more than women. So it's a demographic situation. So that's why not every Ukrainian woman. We kind of culture with early marriages, because girls try to find their husband very early, because later can be maybe too late, all good men can be catched. So, and if it didn't happen like when she before 30, then she become more open-minded. She's still looking for opportunity to get married with Ukrainian men, but because as I said, for most of Ukrainian ladies, they're very traditional. It's number one goal in their life to find a husband and being a wife and mother. They become more open-minded to find their love all over the world. So that's something that become. I hope I answer, Andrew. Thank you for your question. How much average living cost expected from your ladies? Sichuan, please can you clarify? In Ukraine, you mean average living cost, or like where? Because in different countries there's different, cost of living. Like we now live in Mexico, and I would say that it's cost of living very similar to Ukraine, what we spend here. But I know that, for example, when we go to Canada, it will be, 3-4 times more. So I just don't get the idea. I mean, about what territory you ask. Do Ukrainian women like money? I don't think they like money. I mean, just like I don't like how this question sounds, but it's not about money, but the biggest one need it's safety and security, and it's not a secret, And without, they like stability, I would say more. It's not about like they hunting, rich men, but they want man who is, as we have expression, stands strong on his on his legs, which is mean he's he's reliable in many ways. He's reliable as a man who commitment here to the marriage, to I mean marriage to just to to relationship, and then he's reliable financially too. He's like, I would say, yes, the stability, like it doesn't, like he's making money every month, not like one time in half a year and then all of a sudden don't know what to do, like and why is that? I explained, actually I've done video, very great video, which will be released next Saturday, about how finance splits in Ukrainian families and who's responsible for what. So it will be good for you to watch, and other guys who's interested in this question. And basically, why woman wants this stability and safety and security? Because she wants to be a mother. She understands for some time she will not be available to work, and in Ukraine, like if mother give a birth to baby, she don't try to come back to work normally, okay, as like I don't know, in few months, after give a birth, she try to spend a lot of time with the baby, watching his first steps, enjoying her motherhood, and this time when she is not working, she wants to understand if man will be able to provide for family needs. So that's why it's very high for her, like important that men have this financial stability and security. That, okay, I hope I answer. The guys next door share his wisdom, the good, the bad, man and woman. Yes, I agree with you. Black and white, it's not the solution. I wonder, my girlfriend of Ukraine refused to come to Japan by free. It's better time to come to Japan. Manabu, I wonder if you meet your girlfriend, and how did you meet her? I mean, how did you meet her? Where, on which resources? And then if you have ability to meet her in real life before, and yeah. The question, like, even now borders open, but it doesn't mean that you can start relationship in distance and have, I don't know, even video calls and everything, and then skip this stage when you fly to her and meet in person and, you know, like, bring the relationship to a new level. I don't know, have physical progression, you know, kiss or whatever. Like, you see that you have chemistry, you have you know, you like more, you know, on different level, you know, you add to your connections. Yes. And then from this stage, if she trusts you, she, you know, she see that you have potential as a couple, of course she will be more confident to fly to, you know, to unknown country to you. You know, it's not like just she fly to just Japan. Yeah. She has fears about doing this step if she never see you. You know, it's very traditional culture, so women expect you to come to see you first. And we say this to all our clients, you know, when they now join us, even the borders, you know, so easy, you can do Canada visa in 2 weeks, you know, for a lady. Now first meeting should be in Europe somewhere, so you fly to her and yeah, develop your relationship, and then she fly to you already to you. She's not flying to Canada. That's the difference, you know. She feel confident about, and she see future with you, and she fly to with a purpose to establish great future together with you. I think the Russian man who commits those crimes are just monsters who use the war as an opportunity to expose their darker sides. Yes, I don't know what's that, but it's like, I cannot imagine. Um, you know what's the scariest part? I sometimes Ukrainian SBU, you know, catch their talk between men. Even I cannot talk about this, but I heard one phone call from Russian soldier to his mom, and they was discussing how they torture Ukrainian soldiers. And you know, his mother was like, I had hard time to even like listen half a conversation. I cannot finish, but because the way they talk, it was so like normal conversation. Like, I don't know what you eat for breakfast, you know, like so simple. There is no like, even they switch, then, you know, maybe we will do this torture to our father, you know, like, I don't know, it's sick, it's completely sick. It's like, maybe they send us some psycho to Ukraine, you know, like, they don't have limits, you know, they send all people, but this one looks like he's, I mean, it's by voice a young man, like, you know. But when you listen to this, you just don't realize what's going on, how people can talk about these things so like casual, you know. And that's the scary part, you know. I don't know, it's like people from psycho medical hospitals come to fight, you know, and what they do, it's like, it's just, it's like Japanese man and Chinese so far different. Yeah. I would agree. Maybe looks this. I mean, the same for us. You know, it's like have common a little bit. Yeah, common look, but like we have common look with Russian. You know, Russian people, but there is definitely. Because it's two different cultures, and in Russia, is kind of the problem they have. They don't have independent news, or like, they use this propaganda to grow in people very, very awful, life values, like, to, for example, to succeed in life, you need to walk on the top of the heads of the people, like, not friendly at all, these values, like, to, and they have expression like, to sit under the sun, you have to fight, for the seat with other people. So, and even I heard like one foreigner man who was married to Russian woman, and they had baby, and he said, I don't know, in prey area kids play very tough, like, boys, okay, for boys it's normal that they can play tough, but he said it was too much, even, like, not normal. And I would say, being a mother, yeah, grew up children in Ukraine, and I saw how it's everything in play area, yeah. And in Ukraine, if somebody beat, accidentally one child another, parents immediately will, interrupt and say, oh, please say forgive, you cannot behave, they teach it's not acceptable, like behavior like this. So, but I mean, if it's normal in play area, it's from their childhood. So with what values they grow, if they think it's acceptable, this behavior, when in play area where they behave like this. So I don't know. Honestly, I was not in Russia, and I don't. I mean, I was born there actually, yeah, but I grew up there by only like by 4 years, because my father was army, and he's Ukrainian, but was sent to serve there. He's jumped with a parachute. So we was live there for 4 years, and no, actually more, yeah, but very far away from Moscow, like, Russia, very close to China, actually 200 kilometers to China. But then we come to Ukraine, and everything I remember it's Ukraine. Yeah, maybe I was also playing tough in a play area. I don't remember. But then maybe in Ukraine, my parents teach me how to play. Okay, it's joke, but in every joke there is part true. Okay, I mean, if they want to move in other countries, what is the expect way and lifestyle? Okay, now I understand. It's depends on each lady case, yeah. Because in Ukraine we also have like ladies from different families, and different career achievement, right? So here it's like, I would say more simple normally, okay, in majority cases. If you choose a very, very beautiful lady, like top model, skinny type, she has a lot of men to choose from, and she kind of spoiled and can be more like, princess type, and she expect to men to be like provide her lifestyle, like, let's say more than average, yeah. And to be able to support this, um, princess lifestyle, I don't know how, yeah. But anyway, it's the more you look for like normal traditional Ukrainian ladies with a average good beauty, who's not invest in her big boobs or big boobs, lips. boobs boobs also. Yeah, it's more often like lady more down to earth, and basically if she live an average lifestyle in Ukraine, that's her expectations in other country as well, like she don't want to downgrade her life, that's the case, which is normal, if lady, for example, grew up in a very rich family, her father was all time spoil her, then she wants also, and she's very beautiful, she wants also very, successful. If her father was, for example, entrepreneur, she wants this also, like a lot of ladies, they look in a man for qualities that was in their fathers. So it's more about and then again, like we have couple, she was successful, she has good career, making $4,000 in Ukraine, yeah, which is, you can like like have very good life, above average. And then she was auditioned the companies, very, high developed work and career. And of course, in this case, woman wants man to be more successful, more strong than her. So I can say here you have two things that you need to look: how beautiful she is, and what's her, like career. Yeah, from these things you can understand what's her expectations normally. But again, if you go to another website, like guys say, oh, you have all ladies very beautiful. Yes, it's true, but there is some types more like, I don't know how to how to describe, but I guess guys, how identify it. When it's just natural, beauty, and when it's kind of, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Nature that was not only nature. There is a kind of behind this can be surprises. Okay, I mean, surprises. Okay, I hope you get the idea. Yeah, you can see the super beauties and just normal beauty. No, not for every man. These super beauties, they found them really super beauties, So it's also depends. Does you expect the husband already have house, cars? Okay. Yeah, I mean, good question. In Ukraine, most of the people, they live in their own houses, and this factor that give them safety and security is that very needed. And when men live in a rent place, it's question her like if he is reliable, if he can provide me safety and security. Like Ukrainian people, they try, if they live in a rent place, they try to save money to buy their flat. It's like must be, must always alarm. And the real estate price was very different from from Western world. So it's like affordable, I mean, not really affordable, but if you have this goal, you can buy, because it's much less than in the West cost. That's why people try to put the effort to buy car, house. Actually, a lot of couples I know who live without car. In Ukraine, you can live without car because everything very close. Kindergarten, normally school, everything like in walking area, shops. So like we lived in Odessa with Joe, and we use our car one time in I don't know, in 3 weeks, just because we know that we need to start engine, it goes somewhere, if we don't want to go, but yeah. So, but I don't know. I know that I never experienced, but I know it's very hard to live in the West without car, because everything is like you have to drive to a shop or somewhere. So, yeah. So it's kind of more expected to be the attribute of things that you need to have, because otherwise very hard to manage your life without car in the West. But I suggest guys to have this like when he introduced to the lady, when you introduce to the lady, and you live in a rent apartment, you present it more, and you need to have this intention to, like, I live in a rent apartment, but I have ability and like to buy, my own, but I want to do this together with my life partner, to choose, or like, I don't know, maybe you travel a lot, or like, live here and there, and you just don't know where to settle. That's why you didn't buy, but you have, and this ability, and it's something that will be needed to be done, not just words, later. So if you feel like you want to live in a rent apartment for whole life, it will be very, like, difficult for you to find it's possible too, but it will be more challenging to find women who will be okay with this, perception of living all time in a rent apartment. And why is that? Because in Ukraine, you can be, people don't have any safety and security when they rent apartment, because you can be kicked out any day. You just like can get a call from a landlord, and they tell you, oh, you have 3 days to get out. So it's like you have so much things, and the plans of landlord can change. He decide to sell the apartment or something. So and you don't feel like you all time with these bags, especially if you have children, you have a lot of stuff, and you move from one place to another, like you don't have any rights as a renter. So from this experience, all Ukrainian people wants to, as soon as they have opportunity to buy their own, so they cannot be kicked out any day. That's the difference, and from where they come in desire of having their own place. Once or stable relationship. Once? I don't know what once means. Like multiple relationship, or Ukrainian, I don't know if I understand this question right. Ukrainian girls, they don't know what is inclusive relationship, with one person. They don't know what this. If they date somebody, it means you're the only one, like if man said, if she accidentally find him that he dates several other ladies, if there's good ladies who consider him before as a man for marriage, she just will, she will be gone. She will not compromise on that. And if he will say like, listen, but we didn't agree that it will be inclusive or exclusive, how to say, dating, like you're the only one. It's not something that we need to discuss. We ultimately expect that man dates only me if he dates, date only each other. Okay, Ukrainian ladies. I lost, I think. Oh, you guys, we're being active today. Ukrainian ladies, they need a man to put up their housing and food on table, and maybe a little bit of money so they can buy some clothes. The rest they can do for a man. In other words, support. Info seeker, thank you very much. Basically, it's the idea of my video, but that I've done about finance in Ukrainian families that will be released next Saturday. But I add a little bit more details about how process goes, and I add videos of Ukrainian people, Ukrainian men and Ukrainian women who share their vision on a family budget. So it will not be just my words; it will be words from Ukrainians. So what happened when the man cannot work anymore due in injuries? It's like man's ability to work. If a couple, I don't know what's injuries. It's like a disease or something. If couple, I don't know, get married or start a relationship, fall in love with each other, because why Ukrainian women start a relationship with slowly fall in love more and more and more, and then its love will not disappear. If people commit to each other, I have lots of cases when Ukrainian, my mother, for example, my mother friend, her, she met a man, she was dating him, and then even dating, but they had serious intention, and then car accident happened, and he become, I don't know. He don't have body disabilities, but psycho disabilities. But he's calm, but he's like a child, become after this car accident. So she doesn't, she doesn't leave him. They live together. She take care about him. He got some help from the government, pension, yeah, like for disabilities support, financial. And yeah, she said, I cannot live with myself if I would, he was dating and have great experience. Unfortunately, know that what happened, but I cannot leave him now in this situation. So they they live together. So I don't know if it does um, answer your question, but better not to have these expectations and these beliefs, because all, our thoughts, they're so powerful, and you just having this on your mind, you just invited this in your life, and I don't know why you need this experience. Better, you have more optimistic expectations about your relationship. I guess it's your insecurity, maybe your story, Gregory, but yeah. Even we have, it's what we grown on film, Soviet Union film, when Ukrainian woman, Ukrainian, Soviet Union, yeah, she loved men who, okay, I just try to remember how it was. So one woman was loved very much man. He was like handsome, and all girls was running in the film after him, and like very alpha. But he chose the most like top, top lady. By her beauty, yeah, like who was the most popular. Yeah, it's like you have this grand ball, the most popular man and most popular woman. So he chose her, and then he married her, and then they lived together, and then he at work had an accident, so the wood tree fall down on him, and he cannot walk, so he's in wheelchair. And they show that she was not happy with what happened. She's not satisfied as a woman. She has so many like different, like her hard life. She's not happy with this. She started to go out, and at the end of the day, she left him. But this woman who loved him very much, she come, and even he said, "Go. I don't want you to be here," But she start to, she tried to find him doctor to make exercises and all of that stuff. And okay, to cut to the chase, with a lot of love that she provided him, care and support, he actually at the end of the movie, he started to walk again, and he hugged her, and he realized what's, how, and he fell in love with her because of her inner world beauty, and the love and care that she provided him. So based on these films, you can understand what we was grown up, what's a relationship for. So it's our model, about true love, and how powerful it is, so you don't give up when you have life issues, but you just to work with what you have, and try to to make to solve problems anyway. The reason why a lot of Ukrainian women, they stayed in this Bucha, where these monsters Russian come who raped the woman, it's because they had mother invalids, or somebody in the family or father, and they cannot leave them. They like, how they will live with themselves. So they stay to take care about them, and then all these bad things happen to them, because again, because of people values. They cannot run leave behind the people they love, who not able to take care about themselves. I met her 5 times. Okay, and what's the reason she loves Ukrainian land so much? Manabu, yeah, the Japanese words are probably very, very different from from Ukraine. It's much more easier for a lady to go to Europe, mm, but I think if woman really love the man, she will follow him for the end of the world. Maybe like. Um, you need to if you love this lady, to continue to work on your relationship, that you will bring her trust in you to this level when she can follow you. We have this expression that woman loved woman, and it's traditional culture. Like my mother, with my father, when he was sent to to China, almost to China, 200 kilometers. My mother don't have any question, about this, that she will stay in Kharkov, where is her parents, and everybody, to help with the children and everything. No, cannot be. I follow my husband. So if he get, work there, he have to go there. I will go. So, yeah, it's just about not her readiness by, can be different reason why she's not ready to move. Anyway, if you love this woman, try to dig deeper. What's hold her. Land, it's one thing, but there is also something behind that. We have one couple who was dating 3 years, and it was like, oh my god, 3 years when they will already, and he all time fly to her, and when war started, she said, oh, I cannot leave Ukraine, I need here, so she started to volunteer. She was cooking for Ukrainian soldiers, and different stuff doing, and then he finally come and said, listen, we already been for 3 years, like it's if not now, when we will move ahead. So basically, I don't know how the conversation was, but she moved first to west of Ukraine. Yeah, no, now they already both in America successfully get there. Despite on her big love to Ukraine and desire to volunteer there, she make at the end choice to be with her man, whom she already dated for 3 years. She make her choice. It's many Ukrainian people, they just don't realize they feel this guilty. Those who leave Ukraine, that they live normal life now, they cannot live in normal life because they in another century, and they think, oh, Ukrainian people now, you need to work with your guilty things. That's why there is nothing good in this. You cannot with these feelings, you cannot effectively help with to Ukrainian people. At the same time, you also cannot live your life, and it's just like eats you. So if that's the case, she's like very much involved in volunteer job. She can do all of these things and help also effectively from Japan. Maybe you need to just open this perspective for her. Like our Ukrainian stars now travel all over the world, making concerts, collecting money, that they send to Ukrainian army to help. So there is always ways and ways to. It's not necessarily you to be there physically. Everybody do what they can in doesn't matter where they live. So but the question is that, yeah, what she feels really about you, seeing you for 5 times, and but I said, okay, I think you got my idea, so you need to talk to her more open about what's real reason that hold her. And maybe if it's guilty of leaving Ukraine in this time, you can present her options of helping in Japan, collecting finance, making some charity, or I don't know, doing that will be helpful for Ukrainian people. Anyway, Manabu, wish you all the best. Do Ukrainian women cheat? I don't think so. I don't know personally, even like for all my years living in Ukraine here. I just left it this year. I never, from 4 years old, I live there, So I never heard or have in my circle anybody who cheat. So, but I heard about cases when men cheat. Again, not in my circle. I have great examples of families, Ukrainian families around where men commitment to family don't have any such issues. But I heard about the cases when men cheat. And it's not like I don't want you to like think, oh, Ukrainian man bad. No, it's even happened to foreigners man a lot. One man in situation when he comes to Ukraine, and even if he can come with a good desire to find wife, and then see all this beauty around, a lot of men just forget about why they come and what was the original purpose. They start this, and this single woman who have hope to find good man, they start to date and limited, cannot stop, they think, oh, this one not enough perfect, this one no, and then just have a taste, they like this, they enjoy, so it's not only problem of Ukrainian men that they can face sometimes, having so a lot of beautiful single women around, but also foreigner can stuck in this plural choice. Um, My Russian ex-wife often asks me, why don't you act more pussy? Pussy? Why don't you fight the guys? Are you so passive? My response, I'm from non-violent culture. We solve things diplomatically. Yeah, you see? Great example. I mean, she find this, fighting things like manly. I don't know. I mean, I don't find this attractable. I mean, I guess she found this as a like very masculine, yeah, like. Uh, I don't know. I cannot do comments on that story. I don't want to offend your ex-wife. But as for me, I think we intelligent people, adult, we have brain, and we have much more intelligent way to find a solution for every conflict or something that we don't like. I against physical solutions. I mean, solving the problem. So Natasha is not my type anyway. Okay, but it's a lot of guys, they like this type of beauty, so it's attractable. I've been dating Ukrainian chick from Odessa for a little over a year. She everything you describe: loyal, honest, respectful, and hot. So far, at least. Okay, I pay for pretty much everything. Those which is fine. I've never really let a woman pay for anything for me unless she wanted to surprise me with something. Yeah, it's pretty much not a topic to discuss, like Ukrainian woman expect if you invite her for a date, she expect you to pay the bills, of course. And if you say, let's share 50-50, she would maybe perceive it in the best scenario, she would perceive this, okay, he didn't like me. Okay, he just proposed me to be a friend. Okay, I will pay, no problem. But I would never go again with this man for a date, considering him is my potential boyfriend, But friendship, I'm not sure, okay, if she needs maybe friendship, then practice of English or something. But it's, if you don't pay, she perceives this, you don't like her. Basically, that's all that, she made conclusion. Very different, yeah, from Western world, very different. One night stand. Thank you for or what was the question? Yeah, like for commitment for relationship. Don't have this one night stand relationship, or I mean it exists, on a certain websites, free websites. I forget how it's called because I don't use it, but you can find ladies who's interested there. I don't say all Ukrainian women they angels, and they super traditional, all of them. I talk about majority decent women, uh, but yeah, it's a very small number of Ukrainian women who is okay with this one night stand relationship. I even cannot call this relationship, this spending of time. And yeah, most of them they want. Even I see the, I saw the one dating coach, foreigner who come to Ukraine and did a lot of videos how hard to date Ukrainian women. They're so traditional, and to have this one night with them, you need to invite her for so many dates, and like it's very old fashioned, and he was complaining about this. And but still, she's so beautiful, you can be commitment to this, to achieve your goal. And then I saw Ukrainian lady who was not one who commented below his videos like, what you doing here? Why you teach guys, these things, we, stay away from Ukraine. If the only one reason why you come, you want, to have a night, stay, do this in your country where is, where is acceptable, Yes, it's true. He said, the problem, they're looking for a husband, So for him it was problem. For Ukrainian ladies it was not problem, it's their reality, So they feel very. And then if man achieve his goal, having one night, he basically hurt the woman, because she was expected, and then he disappeared, for example, she expected him to. So if you did Playboy, you have to be honest about your intention. So at least you will spend the time with a lady who is okay with this, So, but if you meet a lady with traditional values who expect you to have, commitment to relationship, and then you play around with her, you hurt, and then what you do, the same things will come back to you. No worries, everything balanced in the world. So what you put into world, it will the same come back to you. So please don't do this, guys. I agree with this lady, and don't even teach this to guys. It's very, very bad. Teach it in your country, where it's okay. This one night stand, spending of time, how to catch, how to be successful in this actions. Teach it where it's normal. It's not normal in Ukraine. Greece. Okay, guys from Greece. I have my friend now living in Greece, in the south of Greece, in Athens. Yeah, she say high season now, so super hard to find good place for to live. Even like you not free, you're ready to pay money, but very expensive compared to Ukraine. Yeah. Ukrainian girls have a lot of values you will never find in the West, but at the end of the day, they're still woman. She needs to respect you if you expect her to be loyal. Yeah. You have problem with that she needs to respect you. You have problem that a woman wasn't respectful to you. I did video not accidentally about Ukrainian woman being a dragon from film Avatar. Um, kind of, you have to conquer her. Ukrainian woman can be not respectful to man when she feel that he's not strong enough. If you like go through applications of our ladies, then the most common expectations from them is from the man, it's him to be strong. And as I said, it doesn't mean that he can carry a lot of stuff. It's just about his character. He's masculine. She needs to, like, if woman strong, if you meet strong Ukrainian woman, you know um, kind of more westernized, yes, and then she wants you to be stronger, to so it will work, but most of Ukrainian women, they're not really that strong. I mean, it depends on where she lives, like they are more, hi Jean Francis, the more lady mm, like live in a bigger city, the more feminazi wind blow, in big cities with a great career or something. The more you can meet ladies who has strong character, and to make it work, she wants to see a man who's stronger than her. Yeah. This case that I was telling you about, the woman who was great career, making $4,000 a month, she was auditing the companies, financial auditing. She was dating our clients before, meeting, and they say, or like she's not good. I mean, she's like, okay, it doesn't work, didn't match, but then this man and who conquered her heart, and uh, they both, like say it's a miracle, and guys believe in dreams, they really love each other. And the the thing is that he's more financially successful. He has strong character, like he very masculine energy, and she, he checked the boxes, like he's stronger because she is very, she's very um, developed, Let's face it. Then, if women spend a lot of time at work and have a good career, she feeds, she increased her masculine energy in her, so the man, and if still she's traditional, she have this, despite she has great career, like this woman, for example, she give up her career and move with him to, to Africa. So it's not about even where she moved, it's about with whom she moved, for whom she moved. It's about being in love with a man of your choice. So my point is that if you date very strong lady, you also need to be kind of even cocky, I don't know. Yeah. But not just in your words, but in your, in your life, in your action, in, be that masculine man. But if you date a little bit more like simple lady, you're, it's enough for you to be an average. Okay, I don't know how to say. I hope you understand what I mean. The simple lady you choose with a more simple work. I don't know, she worked just in salon, working with women. She's very high feminine energy living, so it's much easier for her. She don't need super alpha male, to be happy with. the more lady achieved in her career, she expects men to be more successful than her times, you know. Um, so you need to be worthy of respect, work, health. I have my life. She's a compliment to it, never the main focus. Yeah, great comment. When man put on a woman that she's his main focus, mostly he will fail. It's a great comment. I need to do video about this probably. Yeah. Uh, when man happy with his life and start to find his life partner, I mean happy in his every area, you know, then it's much more easier for him to succeed with a happy relationship. But you know that his happiness will even double, tripled, you know. But when man in a point when he's I don't know, not happy, you know, with his life, with everything how it's going, and he's looking for a perspective to find woman who will make him more happy, you know, like put this responsibility on woman, it doesn't work. If he can find a woman who is also unhappy with his life and they can make the life of each other even more unhappy, that's how it's working, you know. We just magnetically attract uh, these people who is on the same, you know, vibrational vibes with us. Sorry. Um, big hugs for you all. How likely is it for Ukrainian women to become westernized by both babe independent woman ideology? You know, I think it's. I mean, your worries if she will move to Western culture, how she will, you know, if she will move with a man of her, you know, of her for of her love. I don't know, yeah, for her man. I don't think it will affect her a lot, you know. If this woman, even if she's Ukrainian, have Ukrainian roots, grew up, you know, there with, you know, like I don't know, our girls, for example, we go to Canada now. They what 10 will be and 4 years old, so they will grow up. Maybe they will be more westernized, but still, I think because I'm the mother and I have Slavic roots, Slavic values, you know. And not I think I know the cases. Those girls they will be more like traditional and you know their values, life values, and life expectations. Um, yeah, they will be right because of me and my example what I give in a family. But then yeah, and the woman who is you know who come with a man, if you found your loved one now and bring her to America, I don't think it should be the worry of you that she will become all of a sudden westernized. um, because she already settled, you know, with her life values, her, you know, expectations, her roles in the family, you know. I see, you know, our couples who like, I don't know, was matched 5 years ago, they happily live together, and the thing that they move to another country, it doesn't affect them, you know, it doesn't make them different people, you know, different personality. I talked to some, you know, also girls who even yeah, one lady, she lost her husband. He died from COVID, and I see that deep in her, you know, in her soul, you know, like she's still that lady. Like I cannot find nothing that would describe her that you know she lived so many years there that she changed, her personality changed. No, she thinks like completely like a Slavic woman. So I think it's about making the right choice, you know, right woman with whom, you know. Um, thank you for hugs. Yeah, Jean, making the right choice, right woman. Hi, Ranjit. I'm great. Thank you. What are you? 1/9? we was talking about one night stand. It's not popular things in Ukraine. I guess in Indian culture too. Um, Injuries he got hard, can't work. Yes, Ukrainian wife will step up and help with this, of course. Yeah, I know. My also I have my relatives, family. Um, all his life, he because of these things got hurt, and also I mean he's have with heart something he cannot carry, cannot do like very simple things can do. So woman took all the role, like man's role in the family, and take care about him. And I mean, I know a lot of cases in just not even from film, but from because it's values that comes together with the culture, with the again with film that we grow up with. I don't know about young generation now, like 20 years old, 19 years old, how it will be in future because they grew up on very different mainstreams. But I'm talking about girls my age, like 30 plus. Okay. In other words, think positive and positive things will happen to you. Yes. I'm not available for dating. I'm a married woman. Hello, Anna. First of all, sorry for Ukrainian that going on through hard times. Thank you. Yeah. My question is, what do Ukrainian women think about men from India? I did many videos about this. I mean, not many, but it's much easier to match Indian man who lives in a Western culture in the Western countries because he kind of have a Western mindset. And there is not big number, but some Ukrainian people who admire Indian culture and they like to travel to India, but it's not a major number of the ladies. So it's hard to do matchmaking with a man from India who lives in India just because of prospect of her to move to India. It's not big number of the lady. But again, we have the case when strong Ukrainian woman with a great career moving now to Africa. So I mean moved. So everything possible, but just it's very like for you to be successful for Indian man who lives in India, probably much easier just to when war finishes just to come to Ukraine and just pick up ladies in the street, again with serious intention to find wife. Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of Indian students who come to get education in Ukraine, and then they, found their ladies, and they bring them now to India to live with them. So, being in this natural, organic society of Ukrainian people, finding your ladies will be much more easier than through, for example, us as an agency. I mean, if that's the case, you live in India. If you live in America, it's a very different story because of, especially if you live long time there, you have this mindset already very very different from original. It's mixed, mixed. Should be fine. Having a good woman is a bonus, but the world doesn't end without her. Yeah, 100%. Other will let you down, but Indian men will never let you down. Indian men are future that the world woman will beg to marry in future, cause marrying Indian man will set you free and happy for life. Maybe. never been married to Indian man. That's why I don't know about happier for life. I think person can be happy for life. Doesn't matter she has life partner or no, but with life partner it's very different happiness, much more quality, and it's triple doubled again 10 times 100 times. So I'm not available for date. I'm already married and happily married. It's easier to find Ukrainian woman if handsome, confident, and stable, even if mixed ethnicity. John, yeah, confident. It's very big thing that Ukrainian lady very quickly sense. Stable is great. It's again first needs of the lady. Yeah, handsome. I would say how men, presented. I mean, if he is like, oh look, look handsome, like, oh. If he put everything just on his handsome, no, it doesn't work, but if it's just things that he's not I don't know this right word, bragging about, like talking a lot about this, it's actually I did a video about when men rely on his handsome and how it can end up for him. So Ukrainian women, they look more for inner world in a man than his outside look. But mixed ethnicity, John, if you have Spain or something, I don't know, like, yeah. I don't know why, but Ukrainian women, they more open to Spain if we talk about ethnicity rather than any other, And I think it comes from their maybe the culture, movies again we grew up with, So Spain, like Spain, Mexican, Ukrainian people, they perceive this as a very fine, kind people, something that very like maybe even close to Ukrainian culture, I don't know, but I see that we have acceptance rates of guys who has Spanish roots, Mexican roots, not specifically, something like this, we have much more than, for example, Asian, much difficult, very, very different world. And maybe we didn't have much knowledge about this. And because of we don't know a lot, it's like scary, or I don't know, it's a very different world. It's like another planet, So, yeah. Mixed ethnicity, it's not always the case. It's more about having, okay, if it's dark completely, black man, it's very hard. We don't take even clients. We're not ready to help. I mean, we cannot help. We want very much. We've tried, but we cannot. But black men also can be successful with Ukrainian lady, but it just not through us, Again, just going and living in natural society and find the woman who will be okay with this look, So, yeah, if you talk about our ladies, I don't know, but I see that they react much better to Spanish blood, or yeah. You're talking about a culture that still has honor killing. I don't know what you say. That's true for anyone, John. Don't be cocky or brash. I mean, cocky a little bit, it can be. It's not, it's actually perceived good, especially at the beginning, But then woman wants to see that you're not only, like, okay, it's a border between when she see that you're confident, but you're not selfish, you not egoistic, you're not everything only about you, so you like, so it's this her doubts, narcissism. This is what very hard to catch a lady if you have this root. What about Scandinavians were adorable? Scandinavians, I mean, it doesn't matter. We all look like a Ukrainian, Russian, European look. It's all very similar to us. So it's perceived like almost, I mean, it's a foreigner man, but it looks like we used to, like Russian man. Oh, we're very similar. So you cannot see. In Kiev, we often when we go, we with girls we walking and we see the man and we like, okay, I bet you he's foreigner, okay, how much, you can see very clearly he's foreigner. I don't know, the way they, especially if American, yeah, very different how they smile, very open position, talk a lot, and and then you come closer, you hear the speech. Yeah. But anyway, it's something that if looks the same, this white skin, I don't know, white teeth. Okay, you understand? Yeah, then it's much more easier, because Ukraine not very very multicultural. It's like mostly Russian, Ukrainian people, Moldovan, a little bit. But so everybody, we don't have like in Canada, multi-cultures, kitchens. No, it's everything one, yeah, one culture. So not used to a lot of ethnicity. Mm-hmm. So harder to match. Will I make videos of your ladies who are settled outside of Ukraine? Of you ladies? What do you mean with our clients? How they or on their own? On their own, ladies now move from one city to another, from one country, I mean, to another. Yeah, many Ukrainian people like they. I mean, many of them, they come back with different reasons to Ukraine, but still, I'm talking to my friends who is, single moms or not even, yeah, not single, but now they single because men in Ukraine, not everybody try to do long-term plans, choosing the country where to live, and depends on what Europe. In Germany, for example, my mom now with a brother, wife and children, and they got flat, and it's free, but you need to learn German language now to speak, to be able to work. But everybody based on their needs, choose the country. Like my family there, because they had 15 years old boy, my nephew, and they want him to learn Germany so he can get higher education in Germany. So that's the reason mostly why they choose Germany. So yeah, like this. Um, would a Ukrainian lady be okay with traveling from one country to another for every 3 months? That is, I plan on going till I die. Oh, interesting, John. You know, to be honest, that was okay, 6 months. That was Joe request when he was trying to find the Ukrainian woman, and it was very hard for him because yeah, it's not something really very popular, you know, in Ukrainian culture to, like, to travel a lot, don't have like home base, but for example, I'm open to this lifestyle we discussed with Joseph, and just because if you like if you because you have children, it's like more, more things to organize, how to be with education, with all of that. But if now we found a great online American school, so we know that, if we will implement this lifestyle, I know that it will work good. Arina now study in this school. She started to do this in Mexico because we didn't go to local school because it's in Spanish, but I want her to improve her English. So she goes, because our intention to go next to Canada. Anyway, it depends on, I don't know, like if a lady has children, it will be more difficult. If you date a lady, I don't know, your age, you look young. So if you date a lady maybe with children who, adult, have their own families, like she will be more open to this lifestyle. And but even with children, I mean, it's more challenging, but it's possible. But yeah, you just need to find this lady who is on the same page with you, about perception of discovering, desire of discovering to world, maniac of traveling. Some lady who will be very, very, very want to, travel. Yeah, it's a process of finding, the person with whom you have the same life goals, life interests, and life passion. Oh, okay. Sorry. I just 1 second. This current picture, I see 52. So let's say you, yeah, good looking for your age. So you will date a lady, let's say 40. So if she has adult children, it can be the case because of early marriages. If she has maybe one and she lives separate life, then it's possible. But if she has I mean, yeah, probably most likely she will have teenager, age child. If she doesn't have children at 40, um, I mean, maybe you're not looking for a 40 years woman. I don't know. Then, if she doesn't have children, it can be the case that she has big hope of having. But if that's her intention, it will be challenging to travel with a just new baby born. But if she don't have, I mean, very rarely you don't have even at 40. They normally won't. But if she give up or like accept, okay, that can be a case. For you, both adults will be much easier to travel without kids. Yeah. Anyway, it's a process. It's a journey. I would call it this way. Finding a person which is on the same page and have the same life desires and life vision. Yeah, I have actually one lady, Ukrainian lady, who said, I read in her, she married Ukrainian man, but they lived half a year in Sri Lanka, Then they come back in Ukraine for like 3 months, and then they move to Mexico. Now she lives in Mexico City, and she said that I had trouble to find the husband, because when I said my vision for life is live in this country, then experience another country, like change country to country, and everybody was like, in Ukraine, or you will never find your man, like, what is that, fly from one place to another another. And then you see she found the Ukrainian man. They happily travel together from one place to another. So it's completely possible. It's just about having intention, right intention, and knowing what you want. And yeah, it's achievable. Must be attractive, fit, and traditional. Yeah, if she is a traditional, she will follow you wherever where you want to go. But yeah, it's just, again, finding the person on the same page with you. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for being super active today. I was worried that maybe not many of you come, and what I will do sitting here alone. Thank you for your time, and I prepare for you really great content. Next Saturday will be a very interesting video about finance and Ukrainian families. And so make sure you subscribe to our channel, click notification button so you will have an update. And thank you, Jean. And actually, it's not the one case of this Ukrainian woman that I was telling you. I know, I just start to think now I have quite a bit more, cases when women travel with her man in this lifestyle. So it's more about woman who is very open-minded and ready to overcome this, there's one research that was done that thank you that the main skill that children that make people successful in life, that you can learn when okay, it's not only you can learn when in childhood, but the skill of how quickly you can adjust in new conditions, changing the countries. So if children was with his parents travel a lot, and experience different culture, quickly adjusting, in new cities, learning new languages. These people who grew up in this atmosphere, they actually much more normally, according to the statistics, much more successful, and because they learn the skill of quickly adjusting and tuning new life conditions. So if your woman will see, if you will deliver this research to her, and she will see in this great potential for children, she will be open for homeschooling, and she will be open to find solution for getting education. And then that in her mind, like, or child will lose, how it's possible, but then if you will, the way you approach her to this travel, she, even if she was closed before, with the right approach, she will become open-minded to this, because she will find out that actually it's beneficial for child, to have this lifestyle. So I hope now I released all my thoughts on that. Thank you guys again, and I hope to see you next Sunday. Okay, and if you have your questions, please write in comments what topic you want me to do video on. I will be really happy to answer all your burning questions. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great Sunday. Bye bye.